If you feel like no matter how much you do, you're never fully on top of your business, I'm going to share one shift that is going to give you more freedom, more clarity, and it's actually going to change how you show up in your business and how you show up as a leader in your industry. That's going to help you attract higher level clients effortlessly. Now, it's simple, but it's not easy. And once I share this one shift, I'm then going to share 2 shifts you're going to do that is going to transform almost everything for you. So the one shift for you to do is pause. It's for you to begin pausing in your business and throughout your day. So if you are anything like me or my clients, you are known to be responsible. In fact, I'd love to hear in the chats, is one of your top strengths in the Strengths Finder responsible? Are you the person who has built their business by fixing, responding, following through, investigating, taking care of things? Is it natural for you to take action? Which is a great strength to have, but at this stage in your business where you're wanting more freedom and more money, the shift for you to take is to pause, because it's in your nature to respond and act and to push through rather than pause. And while that has served you well, oftentimes you are acting out of habit. It's your default operating system. It's what your nervous system it's how it regulates and finds safety for you to take action, to automatically to go. But what can happen is, because you are operating out of habit and not out of choice, desire, or intention, is that you can take on responsibilities that are not yours to take on. And you can find yourself over functioning and eventually burning out. And maybe you found where your business is successful, definitely from the outside, definitely from a financial standpoint, but you don't have the freedom that you desire. And for you to create that freedom, to have that freedom, it's not more strategy, it's for you to pause. This is the pattern interrupt for your automatic operating system. This is what's going to help you get outside of your comfort zone from already going into action. So it's so interesting that I've been doing actively pausing in 2026, like intentionally pausing. And I started to pause and apply this both in my life and business in 2025. But this year I took it to the next level, and it has transformed my life. I remember back in 2020 when I was working with an executive assistant. It ended up being a short-term project, and I gave her a pretty straightforward task. Now, looking back, it's just hilarious, and how the power of pause is saved me, but she had to initiate it. So I'd given her a task to take video and pull video testimonials from my clients, and pull out the testimonials that showed the before and after, and create a graphic in Canva. Pretty straightforward. And as I was sharing the task with her over Zoom, I started to backtrack. Have you ever done that, where you're giving a task away, but a part of you is like afraid of letting it go? So you're like, well, actually, maybe I'll do this. And it was like I was giving it to her, but then I was taking it back. And I remember mid-delegation conversation, she's like, Althea, can I just try? It was like a plea, like, can you just give me the task? I want to do it. And I remember kind of being like, it caused me to pause, because my automatic operating system was like, I'll take care of everything. And afraid to delegate something that I didn't want to do, I'm not good at. I do not like being in Canva. Never have and never will. and I wanted it done. And I remember her inviting me to pause, to really think, like, can you give me a try? Can I just try it out? Was such a welcome wake up call. And it was a way that I began to see, whoa, I'm a micromanager. Fast forward to this year, and I hired an organization to do work that I no longer want to do. We onboarded them in December. And I'm laughing because pausing helped me stop overfunctioning and allowing my who, if those who know who, not how, the book Who Not How, to do their job. And the CEO of this organization, when I was saying something, they're like, well, we can do that for you unless you still want to do it. And I said, I'll get back to you. That was my pause, allowing me to interrupt my automatic default system. And that's what pausing is going to do for you. It's going to allow you to slow down and really ask yourself, am I doing this from habit? Am I doing this from fear, obligation, and guilt? Or am I doing this from a place of freedom, choice, and desire? Now, I don't know how long your pause is going to be, right? Like, don't get caught up in how long do I have to pause? Because sometimes your pause is 30 seconds. Maybe sometimes your pause will be a couple of days. Maybe your pause is going to be 30 minutes. The point is to pause, to interrupt your unconscious and your subconscious and not to push through, which is something that you always do. I'm just curious, are you, because I imagine that you are you someone, when there's a challenge where everyone's running the other way, you're running towards the challenge to take action and solve the problem? Because I remember this year when I made a decision to pause. I mean, it didn't start off like I didn't intend to pause at this high level, which I'm grateful I did. I remember meeting with my virtual assistant and telling her, there's a change of plans. The quarter that I thought was going to be the quarter, it's going to look a lot different. I'm going to be pausing. I'm going to be slowing down. And you know what her response to me, my executive virtual assistant, who's been working with me since, I believe, 2021, she said, I'm happy to hear that, Althea, because you always push through. What am I saying? Those who know you and truly want the best for you will be encouraging you to pause. So what do you do when you've paused? Like, you've made the decision, I'm going to interrupt my default operating system. I want you to probe. I want you to start asking yourself some questions, because most people, you may be able to slow down or, okay, I'll shelf this, but don't just shelf it. Don't just pause and say, I'll get back tomorrow. I want you to take the next level and start to get curious with yourself. I want you to start asking yourself, do I even really want to do this? Does this need to get done? If so, does it need to get done by me? Like, I may have always been doing it, but do I actually still need to be doing it? Does this light me up? Does this excite me? I want you to get curious. Is this actually mine to do? Right? Like, is this going to serve me at the highest level so I can serve others at the highest level? Is this going to give me the freedom and the peace and the joy that I've been desiring, that is why I went into business in the first place? Get curious. This is where the clarity is going to come. This is where you're going to be able to create more freedom. Because you may find, like, no, I don't want to do this. Or you may find, yes, I do want to do this. The point is, probing and getting curious is going to allow you to make the right next best action. And oftentimes we don't really probe. I mean, that's what this new organization said. They're like, they invited me to probe. And then a few days later, I was like, yeah, I don't want to do this. Like, you can have it. I don't want to do it. I've been doing it. You can do it. That probing allowed me to then take the third shift, and that's to pivot. What's a pivot? Is like to do something different, right? To reallocate your energy, your attention consciously. You're growing your business from a true place of freedom, choice, and intention. And you're saying, I'm no longer going to operate in the way that I've done in the past, which more chances are from obligation, from fear, and from guilt. Now, in the pivot stage is like, maybe we'll eliminate it. Like, this does not need to be done just because we've been doing it. Is it really serving what we really intend to do? So maybe it's something I eliminate. Maybe it's something that needs to be done but can be automated. Maybe it's something that can be delegated. Like, it still needs to be done, but I'm no longer going to do it. Or maybe I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it differently. There's so much power in pivoting, but it first requires you to pause so you can make the next best decision for where you are now in your business, for where you are now. And when you do pivot, and I'd love to hear those who have been like, oh my gosh, I can relate to this. When I finally decided to eliminate this task or delegate this task, or I did it differently in a way that better served me and the life that I'm creating. It's like all this freedom comes. It's like that you weren't tapping into, that is available for you. Because chances are when you're doing things that you don't want to do, because you've always done it, but it's really not where you're gifted in. So it's not really what's going to serve you on the highest level and help you attract the clients that you're really called and desire to work with. And so it's going to like free up your creative energy. Pausing has been the gift that keeps on giving, and it's a gift that I want you to have as well. You know, from the outside, your business is successful and it is financially successful. But on the inside, are you feeling overextended, over responsible? Like there's a weight on you that you're constantly holding things up. You're making sure that everyone else is okay before you make sure you're okay. Right now, the work for you to do is to pause. Nothing's going to change until you interrupt your default operating system and your nervous system that is not going to serve you where you are and what you desire at this stage in your business. So I want you to pause, then I want you to probe, and then I want you to pivot. It's not about doing it perfectly. It's so interesting, and I really want to share this, and I'm going to share more. You will find, maybe like how I found, it can feel like you are not in integrity. That's what I found this year. It's like, I'm going to do this. No, I'm not. So I had to tell my team, like, it may seem that I'm not acting in integrity, but I'm the most integral than I've ever been. Because I'm getting real clear of what I really want to do, because I've made the decision, and I'm inviting you to make this decision too. I'm not operating from fear, obligation, and guilt again. It's not going to happen. So it's not about doing it perfectly. It's about doing it consistently. I would love to hear who's a part of, I was thinking, is this the pause posse? I was thinking of girlfriend trips. Like, no, listen, like over here, we don't push through. We pause. If you are ready to experience this level of freedom in your business, type pause below. And then I want you for the next week to start becoming aware of when you can pause. Like, oh God, like I followed up when really I don't want to be doing this follow up. I want my executive virtual assistant to be doing this follow up. Or like did it again. Start to become aware of it, and then go ahead and start pausing. Give this gift to yourself, because no one's going to give it to you. This is the gift that you give to yourself, you give to your clients, you give to your life. And I don't know, I'm laughing because it's true. And you're actually giving it to your family and your legacy. So go ahead and type pause below and then come back and share with me how pause is allowing you to give yourself more freedom in your business. I can't wait to continue the conversation in the comments. Okay, until next week, take care. God bless. Bye for now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when we release a new video. Then click the TV to watch the next video. Go to altheamcintyre.com to get your free training on the 7 biggest sales mistakes that keep you from 7 figures.